We are we are live. Good morning, Greg. Oh, look at the bright light and me. I might want to fix that. Hold on one sec. Greg, do an introduction.
Yes.
Well, I turn off my light and make it a little darker in here and say good morning.
All right. Hello, everybody. My mustache says hello also. My name is Craig McKinnon, and I'm with Original 72 Creative, and we're a full-service website, graphic design, and digital marketing firm operating in Vancouver, Lower Mainland.
Right, right.
Right?
So this is Geek Speak, and each week we get on here and we talk about something amazing. As you can see, we are using something new called Ecamm Live. So we're just playing around with that. We're going to get right into the topic today, which is social media engagement. So I'm going to put it back on our split screen because that's always fun. So I'm Pip, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs understand search and social. And as I said, each week we get on here and talk about something amazing. So bear with us because there might be some technical stuff today, but it's going to be super fun. And Greg, so we should just dive right in. So we're going to be talking about things you can do on your page, consistency, page feed, comments, messenger, and paid advertising today. Super fun. So
Wow. That's a lot for 30 minutes.
well, it's about engagement. So we don't have anybody joining us yet, and I superly want to click on a button here, but maybe I shouldn't. Anyway, in the meantime, Greg, so you run business pages. Let's just have this conversation, see if anybody shows up. I really want to click on this thing. I'm going to mute myself, I think. Hold on. And we'll get right into it. So, Greg, I'm going to give you the screen for a minute and chat it up.
hmm
Tell people about some pages you help manage, and we'll get into it.
Sure. Yeah, I have a handful of clients that I am managing pages for, mostly Facebook pages and Twitter, and actually one that I'm quite enjoying on House, which is, I mean, I'm considering it a social network, just like LinkedIn or Facebook would be, because there's interactions, just like those platforms as well, and but it's super targeted to certain customers and certain clients. So it's been really fun working with that. It's a little bit different how it works and how you post and how you get engagement and things like that. So I spend a lot more time on there than actually LinkedIn. I don't have a lot of companies that are on LinkedIn, but I myself was on LinkedIn this morning, revising my business page and playing around with some of the new settings and things like that. So
Right?
exciting times over there. I posted an article that I haven't fully read, but I'm going to go back and read, from Ryan Holmes from Hootsuite, who was in the article. They talk about how LinkedIn could be the next big push on social media now that Facebook is sort of leveled off a little bit.
Hey, Greg,
hmm
it looks like I'm kind of, are we frozen a little bit?
Not for me.
Okay, for me, we're a little bit frozen. Sash is saying hi. Uh, and I am struggling a little bit, my friends. I am struggling a little bit. Next week will be even better. I'm just looking for those comments I can pull in, and for some reason I cannot see them. But that is the thing. So, Greg, interesting. I know this is kind of veering off topic. Hi, Sash, by the way. But House, who are you using House for? Are you using that for the countertop company?
Kitchen cupboards, custom kitchen cupboards, and yeah.
Nice. Yes, I think you need a lot of information, so that would create a. You'd have to get a lot of information from your clients on that one, yeah?
hmm Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Karen is here. Hello, Karen. Oh, you can't hear us too well. Oh, really? Okay. How's now? Tell me about now. As I said, this is a first time. Don't worry, it will get better and better each time. We thank you for bearing with us a little bit. I am looking at my options for some. It's not working the way I want it to, but that's okay. So, Greg, when we talk about social media and engagement, I know Sash or Karen, you guys are here. Oh, yay, Sash can hear us. You guys work on social media accounts as well. So, pipe in with how you guys create engagement because we really want to know. We have some tips and things we do, but this is about sharing it up. So, let's share it up. Greg, as we can see, Greg's got a wonderful mustache going on. I think he's supporting Movember. What do you guys think? I think it's super fun. I love it, Greg. I can't post the scenes. Hold on. Duplicate timer, Greg. I can't show the comments, sadly, which is killing me, but I can see thumbs up, which is kind of cool. But, Greg, so for me, I run about 4 pages for other people and my own. And one of the things we do is we go into the page feed and we go like other pages as our page. And we go in and comment on other people's posts. And do you do that as well? Do you see value in that?
Absolutely, yeah. We'll do that as much as possible because I mean, if you're not posting as the business, then the business is not going to get engagement. Or people learning about the page. Everybody knows or a lot of people know my history from old Geek Speak talks that I would prefer to be known less, and I would prefer my business to be known more, and I don't typically accept friend requests on my Facebook from people who I work with. It's personal for me, and I have my business page, and in the group I know I have to post as myself, but as much as possible I will be posting and commenting as my page so that the business is out there and gets known more than I do.
I like that. So I just posted a comment. I just learned, as I said, guys, we're trying things, but in order to post your comments up on here like I've done, click on that Ecamm link I posted in there because then your face will show up and we'll get to have a real conversation. It looks like Ecamm's a little different for Facebook groups, and so so we're working on it. Sash runs 12 pages, Greg. That's amazing. So, Sash, do you get interaction from your clients? Because I find that when I post stuff from clients, like pictures of business owners and things like that, that totally drives a lot of engagement. What do you do? And Greg, if I jump back into what you were saying, you don't share from your business page to your personal page?
Well, yeah, I will, as me personally, if my business posts things, I personally will also share it. So I am starting the engagement for the post as well. So
Can you do that? It's hard to do for businesses, right? Um,
yeah, like I have a customer. It's been really difficult because they're not even on Facebook. So we have a business page for them, and we're trying to do what we can to get them out. He also doesn't yet want to start doing any paid advertising. So I'm really struggling trying to not get content out there, but get the content out in front of people without having him even being on Facebook and have his contacts that he has, to be able to put the page out in front of those people and request, hey, we're on Facebook, like us, and get that ball rolling. So
it's a hard one. I mean, this actually brings up something we learned from a book we read, which was the kind of, it's like a poll post with pictures. So we put like three pictures together and choose A, B, or C. A and B works best, and getting that type of dialogue works really well. And if you boost that, actually, then you can, if people like the post, then you can ask them to like your page, which is another thing. Sash is saying people really like to interact with people. I wish I could. Oh, it said new member. So I don't know, guys. I'm working it out. I'll get it up there eventually. But Karen saying for small businesses, I like to include a glimpse of what's going on at business and photos of the owners if possible. Yeah, that seems to be a big game changer, right? It's really hard to get this kind of engagement in pages. And so the couple things we do are, yeah, the poll posts, the going into the page feed. I don't know if you guys do that. I've done that. I don't know how well that works, but we do it to see if we can drive more engagement, which I like. And then if someone likes your post, as always, invite them to like your page, right, Greg? Do you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was going to say that's pretty much what I'm limited to with this Facebook page for this client who's not even on Facebook and doesn't want to do any paid advertising. Any posts that we do put out, if there is a like on it that for someone that doesn't like our page yet, you immediately request them to like your page because there's no other way.
There's no other way. It's true. And so are there, other things that we, I thought was important is consistency. Consistently did I say consistency or consistently? Be consistent consistently. And create, I guess, a content calendar. Do you have a content calendar for your clients, Greg?
No, I don't have a content calendar for clients.
Dash says she goes to clients' offices every couple of days and shoots for the year. Yeah, that's a really good idea and a great plan. And I think I took that tip from Sash and used it on the bike shop I helped manage. So
I'm seeing their comments come up on screen. So yeah,
I am putting them up.
You're putting them up. Okay.
I don't get their beautiful face picture on there, so that's kind of annoying. But and we got a couple likes. I really like this. Ooh, Sash uses a content calendar. I think that's pretty good, right? The page feed.
Let's hear what you guys think of the graphic that we did at the bottom for Pip and I.
Right?
Give us your comments on that.
There's Sash's comments. One day, next week, guys, I'll get your faces on there because, I love seeing your beautiful faces. Makes a world of difference.
I think yours totally looks orange. It's just a faded back of your orange. I think it looks awesome.
I agree now. And notice how I used it. I complained, just so you guys know. Totally complained. I was like, Greg, that looks brown. Totally cool graphic. Yeah. And who said that? Karen said that. Karen, we're so glad you're here just to make us feel good. That's awesome. Karen, what do you do? What do you guys do that's different? A couple things I noticed I wanted to bring up were Messenger. So I don't know if you guys know, but when somebody leaves a review for you now or for a business, you can thank them like you should, but you can actually send them a private message right there. It says, it'll have two buttons, say, comment and then message. And you can actually take that conversation offline and put it through Messenger and start a whole dialogue there. So I really liked that, and I found it a better way to personalize things. So have you guys seen that? I'm hearing crickets. Crickets.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Right? So Messenger is a big thing. I like to utilize that to my advantage, and that also brings in the bot element.
And the auto questions that you can set up to initiate engagement if someone comes on your page. That'll hopefully boost someone to click on it, ask the question, or start a conversation with you.
Right. Now, Sash is saying, really, it's new. I couldn't do that. It just happened a couple weeks ago. I noticed it. I got a review for a client. I didn't get the review, but somebody recommended as it's changed, and we shared that. So, and I started a dialogue, and I just thank you again in a private message. I found it really good.
So where are we at in your document here? Let's make sure we get
There's something I saw recently that you can automate, may have been Messenger. Okay, that is Sash saying that. And Karen is saying, I encourage UGC from everyone. User generated content. Oh my God, acronyms. Sometimes you can really get engagement from that. That is true. I have to work on that. So, Greg, we kind of jumped around because I jumped from consistency to Messenger. So, if we talk about pages and comments, comments are how you respond to comments are a big deal to keep the conversation going. And sometimes, we have to play by those funny Facebook rules, like the more content is better. So when you respond in a paragraph, that seems to bring things up. There's also a couple interesting tricks you can do. Like,
Mhm.
for instance, I learned recently, like, not to just comment right away. If somebody leaves a comment, like in the group, like wait a bit because then it bumps it up to the top of the feed again. So that's a really good thing to do for pages, right? Maybe wait and that way you're using that content over and over again and bumping it up. So do you guys do that? Do you do that, Greg?
Nope.
Oh, so you're gonna do that, right?
Wait? Maybe.
Right? Well, not answer. So here I
There's two ways of thinking of that. Well, yes, maybe that happens. You don't post or you don't comment right away or respond right away. Maybe it gets moved to the top. But also, if you don't respond right away, maybe that person goes off Facebook and you can't get a immediate dialogue going right away. Also,
Ooh, I think this is Sash saying this. I can't. Oh, I can't see the comments now, but it says let the comments hang out for a while. Someone else engage first, right? I have to work on that because patience is not my best friend.
yeah, I sometimes laugh when you post something in the group and then you comment something right away.
I got opinions, man. I got opinions. I got to share them. So group dynamics are a little different. I heard this great analogy. So I don't know if any of you run Facebook groups for your clients. I know that'll be a thing of the future, but I found that the content bumping in that, or you know what? Never mind. Just blank that out. We will never have groups built for our clients, right? Hopefully, because that's a lot more work.
Mm.
That was Karen. Thanks, Karen. Appreciate that. Uh, oh, that was Sash telling me it was Karen. So, Greg, are there
Mhm.
any tips you want to share about how you want to change the game for your clients? Because I know, I'm assuming you like me struggle a little bit, and sometimes social media can seem like we're just pushing out content and we're not creating that engagement we need. It's a lot harder with Facebook
Yeah,
pages.
I do. I struggle often with just trying to get stuff or source stuff for clients, and sometimes forget about the fact of trying to get something out there that maybe sounds or is a little bit more engagement ready. Um, so I struggle with trying to get customers to be organized. I mean, a content calendar obviously would do that, but I can only suggest so much and try to pull information out of them to get stuff organized. And typically, it just doesn't happen. People are busy. I tend to work with a lot of clients as well who want almost too much control. I would prefer it to be like just let me let me do it.
Oh, wait. Because if the clients I have are like, do it, and I'll just tell you when something goes wrong. And it's so hard because you're always getting the radio silence when everything's great. And then when it's not, ooh, are you getting those phone calls? Does this happen to you guys? Happens to
You
me.
know that brings up something that's really not social engagement related for me, but it brings up something that I've always done as a business owner because I found every time I heard from a client, it was because something was wrong or they needed something. It was typically a negative experience because either there was something wrong with their website or we didn't do something right or whatever it was. It was always them contacting us when something was wrong. So we made it a point early on to always contact our customers for no reason other than to be like, hey, how are things? Everything seems to be running smooth, to, reaffirm that the site was working well. And I talk about websites because that's pretty much what I've always done in the past. So I'm more website related than anything. But just contacting the customer and having a quick conversation and suggesting, hey, maybe we could do this soon, will spur on some sales, and also give them the feeling like, yeah, you know what, things have been working great. And when they do call for a problem, that's not the only reason you ever talk to them.
Look, Greg, Karen is saying your struggle's real. Getting content is hard. Yes. So that's where that going in. So if you're on the Facebook business page and you go over to the left-hand side, you'll see pages feed. And if you go in there, you can often find a lot of content to share. If you're so you go and like a whole bunch of pages, and then you can source a lot of content. And the great thing is, if you share that content, video, stuff like that, it makes your business page feed look really good because you're sharing. So for our countertop company, we do that, and we get a lot of HGTV stuff that we post in there. I know Sash does something really cool with her clients where she gets good user-generated content. How do you do that, Sash? And friends with clients, she is saying, right? So that's another thing. Having clients that aren't on social media does make it way more of a challenge, because you can't invite friends of theirs to like the page. And that is the low-hanging fruit, easy peasy, right? It's way harder to generate content. And this kind of brings us into the advertising section of this, right? In order to create content and get feedback, sometimes boosting posts does help. Sash says she creates it. I like that. So, Greg, with paid advertising, do you boost posts? And you guys out there, do you guys boost posts? Let's talk about that.
No, boosting posts is not something I suggest for customers. If you're going to spend any advertising dollars on the social networks, I feel it's better to actually create some type of campaign to put information out.
I agree. I will say, though, I have people have added me to their pages, and I've watched my brother as a real estate agent boost posts all the time, and it really does. The type of business he's in, it really seems to be effective. Look at your competitions pages. Yes, that is a hot tip, and something I wrote down that we weren't going to get to because I would have missed it. But seeing your competition and what they're doing and seeing the engagement, that's huge, right? Because if they're getting good engagement on a post, you can create a post like that. I love that comment. Posting on content that resonates. Perfect. And sometimes my customers like immediate results. That's a big one. So also that brings us to benchmarking, and what are you measuring for your clients? How are you showing your value? Are they, liking? I have a client that loves Facebook likes, and we do SEO for them. We do all this behind the scenes stuff, but man, it's about those likes. And so I have to gear what I'm doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got a good comment here. Says, I boost occasionally, but only on page audience and their friends. I do particular season. Okay. Otherwise, I need ad manager to connect to the specific. That's cool. So it sounds like there's some tricks to doing this, but it looks like it's a bit of a oh my God, let's figure it out as we go, right? So Greg, are you getting those page likes on or comments and reactions on the pages you manage?
Yeah, once in a while. I mean, there's another thing too, is I'm not constantly on Facebook or whatever platform the content's going out on. So, and I don't want to be sitting around constantly waiting for something and responding right away. So, I mean, I have other things to do. So, um, yeah, when I try to schedule time to be on and take a look at everything for all clients at the same time.
Interesting.
and go through and like any comments or make any comments on things that we've liked or
Did you do the last comment standing? Are you always the person that makes the very last comment? Is there?
no.
Oh, see, I last word people. Sometimes I have to get the last word. It's terrible. I work on that, but I gotta let it go. But a lot of the time, I'm trying to create more dialogue with people so that we can take it on Facebook Messenger. The dark, what do they call it, dark social, right? Because it's a one-on-one situation more so. The other thing is, for some businesses, especially e-commerce, I'm seeing a lot of it goes to Messenger. There's a lot more dialogue in Messenger if people have questions about the business. Do you see that too?
No, not so much because I don't do a lot of the messenger stuff for any of those clients.
Something to charge for. Bots will eventually take that over though. So, do you guys do that? Is there something that you do in Messenger or something that you do that we haven't mentioned here? The other thing I wanted to mention was taking it offline or doing simple contests with client approval, right? Do you guys do those things? I think that'll create a lot of engagements. We have tried that in the group, and I've had to send out a bunch of mugs. But on pages, I haven't tried it.
Yeah, it's one of those things for me. A lot of the time that my clients would prefer to get into the discussion as instead of me actually being the one discussing because they know their business. So one of my customers has basically told me like he'll go in and he doesn't want me to go. This is an Instagram one I help manage. They don't want me to go in and follow new people. He wants to go in and follow his own people
Interesting.
because he's not about how many followers he has or how many people he's following. It's about who and where they are. So we're not growing massively, but we are gaining our followers in his target market.
Interesting. This brings up a good point of quality over quantity,
Yeah.
right? So, Karen, I really appreciate you chiming in, and Sash too. You guys are fantastic. Both of you guys have done contests to drive foot traffic. Now that's a good one. That's what Karen says, and Sash has fun contests. Sash works with some dentists. I don't know how you can have fun contests for dentists. What, free tooth whitening, right? um, it is hard to drive in that engagement, and I think it's even harder without doing the paid advertising on top of it. And this is just Facebook stuff. So the Instagram stuff, Greg, what are those guys paying you for? I mean, are you posting the pictures?
I am posting all of the content,
Okay,
so they're providing me with the images they want to send out and a rough idea of what they want to say about it, and then I'm scheduling and actually writing the proper post itself,
okay.
content wise.
Totally kind of off topic, but how many hashtags do you use? Just
30.
okay. I don't do much Instagram stuff. We have one client we help with Instagram.
Any
Uh,
more than 30 doesn't do anything. 30 is what they allow. I mean, they don't stop from putting more,
mm,
uh, but Instagram only looks at the first 30.
oh, that's good to know. Greg,
Yeah.
you got a question? Look at that. Karen, do you have you set up an IG store yet?
No,
So
not yet.
IG stores would be for Shopify, yeah? Mostly?
An Instagram store
Yeah. Like
for
when
sure. Well,
no, but
well,
don't you do an Instagram store to send it to Shopify?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, right. Ah, here.
I I would imagine it would work with any product on any platform.
Right.
It,
Sash? Is it Sash saying you guys are so great. So a coloring contest for patients brought their kid. That's a cool contest. Oh my gosh. And then Etsy. Oh, Etsy, I get it. You guys are so cool. And then oh, there. See? Etsy. So I guess that's all we have time for today. We're kind of out of time. I do apologize to you guys out there for all the hiccups. There will be a couple over the next couple weeks. I really hope you join us so you can see how how good we get at this. Because I have this vision of having like a cool intro with music. Not punk music, don't worry. A little bit of probably geeky music. Um, Greg's like, oh God.
Whatever doesn't distract you.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks. So okay, so here's a great thing we can do for you guys that are here today. Post your pages in this feed and we will go like them and comment on some of your stuff. Or I will. I'm sure Greg will too. Uh, I'm getting it's
I'll like yours if you like mine.
right? Right? Yeah, I like that. So Sash is saying she's glad. It's nice to know she's not the only person that struggles. Oh my God, I am technically challenged some days. That's why I have Greg and Phelan to help me. And yeah, it's helpful. So don't forget, post your pages in there that you guys are managing, and we can all help each other out a little bit. If you have additional tips, post them because they'll be helpful. And I think that's it for today. And so I'm going to figure
I
out.
have I have a tip just because I get annoyed when I only see text and I usually skip over it. So my tip for engagement is always put out a post with a video or a image. Never just post text.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't actually think that people would put, mind you, Rodney posted a text thing in our group today and I think he'll get a lot of answers, but in Facebook pages, yeah, no just text. What do you guys think? Tell us what you think before we go. Because I have no idea how to, oh, I'm like, I have no idea how to finish
They
it.
just get more engagement. If there's video or there's an image, they will just get more engagement than a text post. So make sure whatever it is you do, always post with a picture or a video.
Ooh, look, we're getting some Facebook pages to like. I love it. I'll share mine too. Keep an eye out. We'll see you guys next week, or join me on my page on Saturday. Greg, I thank
You
you.
can see us at the links below.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah. Oh, camera right there.
Split screen.
Right. All right. I'm gonna finish this. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye
Thanks for
everyone.
joining.